Hello and welcome to the Probe Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us today. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can direct your question to a specific school or ask a question for all of our representatives to answer for you. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening, so we hope that you'll sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week's time at strivescan.com/probe. You'll also be able to find all of the session recordings as a part of this programming there as well. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters. Tonight, we're going to be hearing from Merrimack College, the University of Arkansas, Claflin University, Oxford Brookes University, Wiregrass Georgia Technical College, and the University of Iowa. We'll be beginning with Merrimack College.
Thank you, Jennifer. Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Garber, and I am a senior admission counselor at Merrimack. I'm also a double graduate of Merrimack, so I'm really excited to share some information with you about our college tonight. So to go ahead and get started, so our campus is located in Massachusetts. It's in North Andover, Mass. We're about 40 minutes north of Boston and about 20 minutes south of the New Hampshire line. So I think we're in a great spot in the New England area. There's a lot of things to do around our campus. You'll see a picture of it here. I really liked it during my time at Merrimack because everything was on one piece of land. Everything was really accessible. But you'll know it's in a suburban area, so there's a lot of restaurants, shops, neighborhoods around us. So it's definitely not in the middle of nowhere, but also not in a really urban environment either. Some general information about us. We're about mid-size. We have about 4,000 undergrad students and about 1,200 grad students. So we're not too small anymore, but we're not really big either. I think that we found our sweet spot in the sense that we're able to feel like a big school while also offering those personalized experiences for our students. At our core, we are a Catholic Augustinian school, but you don't need to be Catholic to be a student with us. We do have students of all different religious backgrounds. But there is one requirement for students who attend Merrimack, and that is to take one course over the 4 years. But other than that, this really set the foundation for who we are in our commitment to service, our commitment to knowledge, and our commitment to community. Academically, we have 5 different schools for students to choose from with over 100 programs, but many of our students are taking courses in all 5 different schools. So there's a lot of ways that you can personalize your educational experience with us. Our average class size is 22, and we have the student to faculty ratio of 15:1. On the social side of things, we have over 60 clubs and activities, so there's really something for everybody. We also have Division I sports across the board. So our campus life is very passionate, very active. You'll definitely see a student presence on our campus. You'll see a gender breakdown here, but we do have students of all different gender identities. You'll also know our students are coming from all over the US and over 30 countries. We also have about 18% students of color on our campus right now. So we're really proud and happy that we're able to continue to improve diversity on campus and support students of all different backgrounds. Here you'll see a breakdown of what our most recent class came in as, where they came from, their averages. I like to point out the academic profile. You'll note that we have students from 4.0 to below a 2.5. So we have a very holistic application process in the sense that we really want to get to know who you are as a student. So we take important note in your letter of recommendation, your essay, your activity section. So I don't want anyone to ever feel discouraged or think that Merrimack's not a place for them. For our application process, there's no fee to apply, and we're either on the Common App or the Merrimack application. We don't require testing scores. The only exception to that is the nursing program, but we just require a few documents, the high school transcript and the secondary school report from your school counselor or guidance counselor, and then one letter of recommendation. If you are applying as a nursing student, we do require an additional letter of recommendation. But like I said, our process is very holistic in the sense that we like to look at the big picture of who you are as a student. You'll note our deadline pathways on the left-hand side. So we have early decision, which at Merrimack, Typically only recruited athletes follow that pathway, so don't feel pressure to apply early decision over the others. There's no difference with scholarshiping or housing or anything like that. Typically just the athletes go that route. We also offer early action 1, 2 enrolling. So with these 3 deadlines, there's also no difference between scholarshiping or housing or anything else. It's truly just to give you either more time to apply to Merrimack or sooner if you apply sooner. In terms of financial aid at Merrimack, 99% of our students do receive institutional aid, and that could be a grant, scholarship, or both. We offer federal aid too with the FAFSA application, which opens every year on October 1st. In addition, not many students know, but in addition to the admission counselor, you also have a financial aid counselor too, at least here at Merrimack. So we definitely suggest that you utilize their support too throughout the college search process. But you'll see the cost breakdown on the left-hand side, but on the bottom 2 right numbers, that is what a typical student would pay to come to Merrimack. So overall, that is it that I have for my presentation on Merrimack. If you have any questions, definitely pop them into the chat box. Like I said, my name is Jasmine, and I am the counselor for all of the folks coming from Georgia. So I'm definitely excited to get to know you and answer any questions through this process.
Great, thank you so much, Jasmine, for sharing Merrimack with all of us tonight. Our next presentation will be from the University of Arkansas.
All right, thanks again, y'all, for joining us tonight. I'm gonna get my screen shared here for you guys. Awesome, so you should be able to see that. So I'm with the University of Arkansas, and I'm your admissions counselor. And I'm excited to share a little bit about us. So we are located in Fayetteville, Arkansas. If you're not familiar with where that is, that's in the northwest corner of the state of Arkansas. Fayetteville is actually consistently named in the top 5 places in the United States to live. So it's a great place to call home. Lots going on in our town and in our area. In addition to Fayetteville, there's also a town called Bentonville that is about 30 minutes from our campus. Now, you might have heard of Bentonville before because that is the home of a little company called Walmart. So Walmart actually requires that every single retailer they work with have an office in the Northwest Arkansas area. So what that's going to mean for you as a student is that there are over 325 Fortune 500 companies and over 4,000 businesses within an hour's drive of campus. You know, those businesses and companies are always looking for interns. You can go and job shadow them. They will host networking events on our campus. There's only one city in the world that matches our density of Fortune 500 companies, and that city is New York City. So for you to be able to be in Northwest Arkansas in the middle of the Ozark Mountains and have the same types of opportunities you could have in the Big Apple, I think is one of the coolest and most unique things about our university. In addition to that, there are just a lot of great outdoor opportunities. We're in the top 25 outdoor colleges in the United States. So again, it's just a really, really unique place and a really great place to come and do your college experience. Now, of course, in addition to everything we have going on in our area, there's also a lot going on our campus. So we do have over 400 registered student organizations at the U of A. That's going to range from anything from pre-professional societies, political, religious, cultural organizations. A couple of my favorites, we have the I Heart Dr. Pepper Club and the Tour de Nugget, which is an organization that a student started where students will essentially carpool around town to all the various restaurants that serve chicken nuggets and then rank them bracket style to determine who serves the best nuggets in town. So you can obviously get pretty creative with the types of things you're getting involved in on our campus. Academically speaking, there's a lot going on as well. We do have over 200 degree programs that does include our master's and doctoral programs. So as far as choosing an undergraduate major, you're going to get to select from about 100 different choices for things that you can study. A couple highlights of that are Sam Walton College of Business is in the top 30 business programs in the country. Our School of Architecture has been ranked in the top 10 architecture programs. We do have a nationally ranked College of Engineering with 11 disciplines of engineering as well. So a lot of great things that you can study. And regardless of what you're studying, we do try to keep those class sizes as small as possible. The average class at the U of A enrolls no more than 30 students. And we do maintain an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Now, that number is pretty impressive when you consider how large our university is. We do have about 28,000 students on our campus. And so Again, even though it's a large campus, we try to keep that as small as possible in the classroom and of course in the student organizations as well, but lots of resources that come with being such a large university. And as you can see there, our football team as a D1 SEC school and home of the only Razorbacks in the world, sports are definitely a big part of our campus culture. We actually have 14 nationally ranked teams right now. We're #1 in baseball, #1 in cross country, and #1 in track and field. So we're really proud of our student athletes as well. We would encourage you to learn to call the hogs and stock up on that red and white. And then if you want to travel the world, we are in the top 5 study abroad programs as well. So I want to make sure I touch on a really unique scholarship opportunity that's available to residents in the state of Georgia. So this is called our non-resident tuition award, and this is a way that it can become a lot more affordable for you to come out of state. I know that can be a little bit overwhelming, so we want to make it more manageable for you. It is completely based on your GPA, and this is something that is automatically applied, no questions asked. So you don't have to do anything but maintain or have this GPA when you apply. So a 3.2 will get you the 70%, 3.4 will get you the 80%, and a 3.6 will get you the 90%. That discount is a discount off of that additional out-of-state portion of tuition. So for instance, if you received that 90% award, you would only have to pay 10% of the additional out-of-state tuition. So keep that in mind. It does not have to be intimidating to come out of state. We want to make that as affordable and accessible as possible. So a couple of dates you need to be aware of. If there's any seniors in the room, we are still taking applications. Juniors, your application is going to open up July 15th. And we would ask that you get that in by November so that you make sure that you are meeting that priority scholarship deadline so that you can apply for all of those general scholarships. Our minimum admissions criteria is a 3.0 weighted GPA, a 20 super score on the ACT, or a 1030 super score on the SAT. But we are willing to work with you if you have any issues getting a test scheduled. So there is my contact information. If you guys need anything down the line, I'd be happy to help. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and woo pig suey.
Great, thank you so much, Megan. We know we all enjoyed hearing about the University of Arkansas. Our next school tonight is going to be Claflin University.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Hi, hello guys. My name is Sodaline Laurent, and I'm the recruiter for Claflin University. All right. So Claflin University is an HBCU located in Orangeburg, South Carolina. We right now have a student population of around 2,100 students, which means we have a smaller class size. As you can see, our ratio of students to professors is 13:1, meaning our students do get more one-on-one attention from our professors. We are a 4-year private HBCU, also partnered with the UNCF program. We also do want to let students know we have no out-of-state fees. So all of our students pay the same when it comes to tuition, as you can see right there. Tuition is around $27,000 a year for students. It can be 28 depending on the dorm you kind of stay in. I do want to point out that because of COVID, guys, we currently are giving campus tours. And yes, we do have students on campus. And of course, before they moved on campus, they did have to get tested for COVID, #1. And we also let them get tested every 2 weeks as well. As you can see right now, the average GPA of our incoming freshman class last year was a 3.46. Average SAT was a 990, and average ACT was a 17. At the bottom, you can see our admission requirements. We're looking for students with at least a 2.8 GPA. We're looking at your weighted GPA for this one, a 17 ACT or an 880 SAT. So we do offer scholarships for students. Now I know, I think I failed to mention this, but this year due to COVID, guys, we are test optional. So if you didn't get a chance to take the SAT and or ACT, that is completely fine. We understand that not many students were given the opportunity to take the exam, so we have waived those requirements. But for students that were able to take the SAT and or ACT, we do always urge you guys to send them in because that is additional scholarship money that you can qualify for. Now, we do have an honors college scholarship, as you guys can see here. Now, I know for regular admissions, we did waive the test score requirements, but unfortunately for our honors college, that requirement has not been waived, and we're looking for students with a 3.5 unweighted GPA. And 1,100 on the SAT or a 24 ACT composite. And that goes anywhere from $5,000 to full cost of tuition. The only thing you'll be paying for is books. Now we do have the presidential scholarship as well. We're looking for students with a 3.5 GPA, unweighted, of course, 1200 SAT or 27 ACT. Now, with our presidential scholarship, our students have the opportunity to have tuition and books paid for. Plus, they get a stipend of $125 a month to spend on whatever it is that their hearts desire, whether it's late night snacks or games or just additional items for your dorm. $125 is yours to spend. Now, as you guys can see, the average profile of our scholarship recipients is a 3.6 GPA, 1180 SAT or 25 ACT. Here at Claflin University, we're looking for students with at least a 3.0. That's pretty much all you need to be considered for scholarship requirements is a 3.0. And like I said, since many students weren't able to take the SAT and their ACT, we are waiving those requirements as well. So we also do partner with ROTC programs, whether it's the Air Force, where we're partnered with the USC campus in Columbia, National Guard, and Army, where we're partnered with our sister HBCU, South Carolina State University. And another great thing about having South Carolina State University right next door is the fact that our students can actually take classes on their campus with no increases or no extra cost. So, and it kind of helps our students stay on track to graduation. So if there's a class that they're offering a semester that Claflin doesn't have, or it's at full capacity, like I said, they can take it at their campus. So here's the screen with all the majors that we currently do offer at Claflin. As you can see, we go from accounting to studio art, sports management. Some of our top majors include our biology program, business administration, our computer science, criminal justice, psychology, mass communications are some big ones. And as you guys can see, we also do offer dual degree programs. Now with these dual degree programs, what happens is our students typically graduate with a master's or a doctorate degree, depending on the major that they are interested in. And we are partnered with some other top name schools here in South Carolina. As you can see, for example, students that would be interested in engineering would attend Claflin for 3 years, attend Clemson for 2 years, and graduate with a master's degree. And same thing with our biology program, students interested in biology can attend Claflin for 4 years, and the University of South Carolina for 1 year, and get a master's in public health as well. Now, I know for the undergraduate majors, we do offer criminal justice and business administration. So students that do attend Claflin and decide they want to get their master's, if you guys decide to stay for an additional year, you can actually get your master's at Claflin as well, since we do offer it on the graduate level. And I just want to let you guys know, Claflin isn't all about academics, guys. We do have sports teams available for students. We are Division II school. We have men's baseball. We don't have a football team, guys. I'm sorry, I just want to put that out there. But we do have a men's basketball, men's baseball. They're part of the Peach Belt Conference. We have cross country, track and field. And for women, of course, we have basketball, cheerleading, volleyball, track and field, softball, just name a few. And being Division II means scholarships are still available. You just have to reach out to the coaches and they'll let you know how to submit your information. But here's my contact information. Again, my name is Ms. Sodeline Laurent. We are located in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and our application is completely free. So we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Sodeline, for sharing Claflin tonight. Our next presentation is going to be from Oxford Brookes University. And as our representative is getting set to go, I just wanted to remind everyone that we've reached that halfway point. So this is a great time to ask a question about one of the first 3 schools, and to think ahead about who questions you might want to ask for schools to come in that Q&A box. And now I'm going to turn it over to Siobhan with Oxford Brookes.
Hi everyone, my name is Siobhan Frank. I'm the Global Recruitment Manager here at Oxford Brookes University. I'm joining from a slightly different area. I'm actually located in Oxford, England, in the United Kingdom. So we are located in the city of Oxford. You might recognize the name. We share the city with the University of Oxford. So what I'll do today is I'll just talk a little bit about our campus and the university, and the details and the option about studying in the UK. That's certainly an option that many people are starting to explore more and more. So as you can see here, we're located in the beautiful city of Oxford. Over here on our top left, you can see our Broad Street, which is one of our main streets downtown. You can also see High Street, and then a couple of our university buildings. So we've got some really nice old buildings versus very, very modern buildings. We have a strong architecture program here at the university. So our school is about 18,000 students. 16% of them are actually made up of international students. So we do have a very strong international body. They come from about 140 different countries. So you'll meet lots of different people when you come to study in the UK. That's pretty common across UK universities to have a pretty international student body. We're located 1 hour away from London, which you can get to either by bus or by train. We have a 24-hour bus system that actually picks students up directly outside of our campus. Now, as I mentioned, we've got 2 universities here in the city. We've got Oxford Brookes University and we have the University of Oxford. We have a really good relationship with the university, which means that our students here at Oxford Brookes can get access to some of the resources at the University of Oxford, including the Bodleian Library. So if you Google Oxford, you'll see a big round building, and that's an iconic building, and that's part of the library system. And you'll also be able to join the Oxford Union, which is a debating society, but they also hold a number of different exciting events. Now, why do you want to come study at Oxford Brookes? You get to live and study in the city of Oxford, which is a world famous city known for its rich history and education. You get to gain the fundamental skills and experience to succeed in your chosen career path. Formerly, we were a polytechnic, became a university in 1992. So we are a very young university, but having that former polytechnic roots means that most of our courses are very much focused on giving you the applied skills necessary to enter into the workforce. A lot of our courses also offer a work placement. So that's another way that you can gain really good work experience and international work experience, which a lot of employers are looking for more and more. Now, another nice thing, you get to make international friends. You get to do really cool things like punting here on the left-hand side. That's a really famous thing that happens in both Oxford and Cambridge along our rivers. And you get to hang out and meet new people. Now, here are some of the courses that we've got. We've got motorsport engineering. We actually have a student who transferred from Georgia State to come join our motorsport engineering program. We have all sorts of different things, though. We've got the sport and exercise science. We've got a whole bunch of different arts. We've got business courses. We have a very large portfolio of different courses if you're interested in them. Now, here in the middle, you can also see a picture of our Oxford Brookes rowing boathouse. We do have an elite rowing program here at the university, and we are one of the top ranking universities and have beaten Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford more times at the Henley Regatta than any other university. So we are at the top of the field there. Now, we also have top performing courses, or the world's top courses in over 13 different subject areas, and that includes some of the subject areas that I've just pointed out right now. Now, fees and funding, we always get asked, and entry requirements, we always get asked from our US applicants this information. So very similar to a lot of your US universities, we accept the high school diploma from a 3.0 GPA and above, plus your combined SAT score, 3 advanced placement tests, or your ACT average. Now, some of the courses will have subject-specific requirements, say engineering, where you might need an AP course or certain honors courses in maths and science and physics. Now, our tuitions generally range from about £14,000 to £17,000. They are going to vary depending on what kind of course you're interested in. The lab-heavy courses tend to sit a little bit higher on that tuition rate. And then many of our courses, as I mentioned, have an optional work placement year. There's a nominal fee associated with that year, but it does mean that you can get a paid work placement in industry. We are located in quite a few different industry hubs. For example, we're in the center of Motorsport Valley. We're in a publishing center. We have biomedicine, technology. Because the universities are here, we have quite a few things going on. So one other thing that's worthwhile mentioning, we've got most of our undergraduate programs are actually 3-year programs. And then you would have that 4th year as an additional as your work placement year. And again, we accept FAFSA, veterans loans, benefits, and Sallie Mae loans. So we are approved as an institution to accept those things. And we do offer a number of different scholarships, including the £2,000 international early acceptance scholarship that we offered this year. Now, how to apply, it's a little bit different than you would be looking at in the US. We have three main options. We have a direct application portal through our website, and that's fairly simple. You would apply to it like you would any other kind of university application. We also have UCAS, and you can apply through a local agent. Now, thanks so much.
Great, thank you so much, Siobhan, for sharing Oxford Brookes University. Our next school tonight will be Wiregrass, Georgia Technical College.
Okay, I'll try that again.
Now we can hear you, Jessica, and we can see your screen as well.
All right, so I am Jessica Thornhill. I'm with Wiregrass, Georgia Technical College, and today am excited to share information with you about our school. So we do have 4 campuses. I'm located here on the Valdosta campus. We also have campuses in Fitzgerald, Georgia, in Sparks, Georgia, and in Douglas. Right now, we have about 3,700 students enrolled, and something that you're going to hear about a lot anytime you speak with representatives from Wiregrass is our job placement rate. So we actually have a 99% job placement rate as a college, which means 99% of our students leave us with employment. Now, we do offer 148 programs of study. And our service area covers 11 counties. And you see here our summer term, we are currently accepting applications, and it begins on May 19th. Now, one thing I would like to encourage you to do, whether you're familiar with Wiregrass or you just want some more information, is check out our website. If you go to wiregrass.edu/visit, you can actually sign up for a campus tour or an information session. In an ideal world, you could come out in person for these, but due to COVID, we have actually limited campus tours. You can come out a group of 2 or fewer. Masks are required, and you can go visit up to 2 program areas. For the information sessions, those are all being held virtually right now. Again, you can sign up for those on our website. We conduct them via WebEx, and they're also live streamed to our Facebook. So we do have, as I mentioned, about 148 different programs. So I won't go into too much detail with each of these, but I did want to let you know we have 4 program areas. So our first area is healthcare. And as you see here, it covers everything from dental hygiene and assisting, paramedicine, medical assisting, phlebotomy, nursing. We actually have the #1 RN program in the entire state of Georgia. We offer opticianry, pharmacy, massage therapy, radiology, and surgical technology. Now, we also have a very large portion of our programs fall under the business and computer science umbrella. This includes everything from accounting and finance to business technology and management, computer programming, support specialists, cybersecurity, and some of the programs that a lot of people in our area don't realize we offer, like gaming development and design and media production technology as well. So there's really a big variety in that area if you're interested in business or computer science. Now, one of our most popular areas is, of course, as a technical college, our technical and industrial field. So you can come visit us if you're interested in learning any of the trades you see here, such as air conditioning, automotive, industrial electrical systems. Now, we also have a mechatronics program, which is the picture that you see here, welding and joining technology, diesel truck, and then technical studies, which would allow you to actually earn an associate degree in these areas. Now, our last category is our professional service programs, and that's going to entail our barbering, early childhood education, commercial truck driving, cosmetology, esthetician, culinary, fire science, and criminal justice. So again, I know that's a ton of programs thrown at you all at once, but I at least wanted to share with you the main umbrellas of what we offer. And then please keep in mind with those programs, we do offer degrees, diplomas, and certificates. So depending on how long you actually want to come to school, our degrees take about 2 years, our diplomas take about 1.5 years, and our certificate programs can be 1 year or less depending on what you're interested in doing. And then for the sake of time, I also wanted to mention financial aid. So one of the benefits of attending Wiregrass Technical College is how affordable an education is here. Our tuition is only $100 a credit hour. So when you add that up, it's great. We're actually waiving out-of-state tuition right now due to COVID. So even out-of-state residents can take advantage of that $100 tuition. Now, we also have here under grants, I've got our scholarships, private loans, work study. One of the grants I particularly wanted to mention was the Hope Career Grant. Now, this is something that is special to technical colleges here in the state of Georgia. This is an additional grant set aside that is specifically based on the program that you enter. So we have 77 programs that qualify for the Hope Career Grant, which means that they are essentially tuition free. And the reasoning behind this is that there are extra funds set aside to encourage students to enroll in these tracks so that we can help suit the needs of the job force in our area. If you are interested in applying with us at Wiregrass, I hope you will mark your calendars. March 22nd through 26th is our free application week. You can apply in person Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 5:30 or online anytime that week. We are closed on Fridays, so in person has to be Monday through Thursday. But essentially you can submit your application, verify residency and lawful presence, submit any transcripts, we'll need high school and college. Right now we are allowing some exceptions for testing scores, so if you have those you can submit. If not, we can try to get you accepted using additional criteria. And then of course we always encourage you to apply for financial aid. So thank you guys for having me. I'm Jessica with Wiregrass.
Thank you so much, Jessica, for presenting on Wiregrass today. Our sixth school of the evening and our 6x6 will be the University of Iowa.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lacey Patterson, and I am the Regional Admissions Counselor for the University of Iowa for all of our Southern students. The University of Iowa is located in Iowa City, Iowa, and we're home to the Hawkeyes. The University of Iowa is the flagship university and a Tier 1 university and a member of the Big Ten. Iowa is, I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. Iowa is home to one of the most acclaimed medical centers, as well as a globally recognized leader in the study and craft of writing. With just under 32,000 total students, our campus community is rich in culture and celebrates the history and story that each person brings. At the University of Iowa, 1 in 3 undergraduate students are engaged in research at any given time. Students can expect access to faculty with a 15:1 faculty to student ratio, and the average undergraduate class size is 30 students or less for 80% of our undergraduate courses. With strong academic opportunities, it is no wonder that Hawkeyes are very successful upon graduation, with over 95% of our graduates employed or within graduate school within 6 months of graduation. With over 200 undergraduate programs and 100 graduate, doctoral, and professional programs across 12 academic colleges, it is clear why the University of Iowa is ranked the 34th public university in the nation. At the University of Iowa, choosing a major is just a start. When it comes to an academic plan, we are flexible at Iowa. You can focus on what you love and work across areas of study to build on your own combination of courses. Wherever your interests lead you, we want to help you get there. The top 5 areas of study for my Southern students are English and Creative Writing, our Tippie College of Business, the Health Sciences, the College of Engineering, and Psychology. Well, I would love to talk about each of these. I don't have hours and hours of time, so I'll just focus on our top 3. Writing. The University of Iowa's breadth and depth of writing is second to none. When you think of writing, this is a quintessential skill that you will carry with you throughout your professional and personal lives. At Iowa, students have diversity in their degree offerings in writing. English and Creative Writing, undoubtedly our most well-known and celebrated program, focusing on personal growth as a writer, our innovative screenwriting and cinematic arts programs with impressive Hawkeye connections to Hollywood, and then our journalism and mass communications program, which takes a multimedia approach to storytelling. Next, I would like to talk about business. The Tippie College of Business is the 21st public business program in the nation that offers direct admission for competitive incoming first-year students. Students admitted to the Tippy College of Business participate in real-world experiences and leadership opportunities through our Tippy Rise program. Tippy Rise stands for Research with Faculty, Internships, Study Abroad, and Experiential Learning Courses. Next, let's focus on the health sciences. At the University of Iowa, health sciences are one of our most impressive academic and professional programs. Our campus is home to 3 hospitals, a College of Medicine, College of Dentistry, College of Pharmacy, College of Public Health, College of Nursing, Neuroscience, Speech and Hearing Sciences, Chemistry, Biochemistry, Biomedical Sciences, Health and Human Physiology, and much more. Undergraduates who aspire to continue on to professional programs in the health sciences find strong mentorship with faculty, groundbreaking research, and a unique opportunity to be immersed in a robust and innovative health science-rich academic community. Next, the University of Iowa's application for admission for fall of 2022 will open in August. We accept the University of Iowa application, the Common application, and the Coalition application. There's no preference for which application you choose. As you will see here, our application process is very transparent, and we're proud of the fact that our acceptance rate is over 80% for the fall of 2021. I'm also happy to share that for fall of 2022, Iowa will be test flexible for admission and scholarships. Students are encouraged to apply for admission with or without a test score. And they will, if you apply without a test score, you'll need to submit an essay and your transcript to accompany your application. If a student is able to take the ACT or SAT at a later date, they're encouraged to submit that score by April 1st. Receipt of test scores will never negatively impact a student's previous admission or scholarship decision, but could improve your scholarship opportunities. Next, Hawkeyes are very engaged outside of the classroom with over 600 student organizations, from social clubs, academic, religious, cultural, sports, and philanthropic organizations. Students are able to enhance their education by engaging in the campus community and beyond. Every club, event, and activity is an opportunity to make a new connection and find your own community on our campus. Living and learning in one of America's top college towns, it's easy for students to call Iowa City home. Finally, thank you very much for your interest in the University of Iowa. I would welcome any conversations that you have or questions directly to me. I'll put my information in the chat. I would like to say good luck tonight, and it's great to be a Hawkeye.
Great, thank you so much, Lacey. We enjoyed hearing about the University of Iowa. We have now reached the end of our formal part with our 6x6 presentations, but we do have a few more minutes together. So I would like to invite each of our presenters to pop back on camera and join us. And we're gonna do a little Q&A to wrap up, but this is also a great time for all of our attendees to just take a minute and think if there is a question they want to follow up on, that they want to make sure that they get answered before we leave. So please feel free to put those in the Q&A because we are all still keeping an eye on that, and our representatives are happy to respond, drop a link, and connect you with more information. All right, so the question we're going to use tonight is going to be to share with us your favorite campus event or tradition, something that really just gives a little bit of that spirit of your student community. I would love if each of you could go around in the same order that you presented, and as the person ahead of you answers, just feel free to turn on your microphone and just jump right into your answer. So we're going to start with Jasmine from Merrimack.
Thank you. So for me, I have a couple. So as a double grad of Merrimack, I think homecoming is always really special for me because alumni get to go back for our homecoming game for football, and especially now that we're Division I, it's even more special. So we do some tailgating. All the alumni are getting together. We have a lot of legacy families, so it's really awesome. And then my next one is just really quick. We do a Christmas tree lighting ceremony every year during the Christmas season. Christmas is my favorite holiday, so that's always special to me, and it's nice to see everyone get together. We do some carols, so those are two that for Merrimack.
So at the University of Arkansas, our most well-known tradition is to call the hogs. So that's what we do at all of our athletic events. It's a really unique thing and very recognizable around the world. But probably my favorite tradition that we do at the U of A is something we call Senior Walk. So every single student who graduates from our university gets their name engraved on our sidewalk. So we actually have over 200,000 names that spread across 5 miles across our campus. So you are figuratively and literally a part of our family forever. And so it's a really cool tradition. Students will come back after they've graduated and find their name on the sidewalk and take a picture with it. So I think that's really neat.
Hi guys, here at Claflin University, I would say my favorite tradition is our freshman parting ceremony, where pretty much the freshmen get all dressed up and we have this nice arc that they traditionally walk through as they say goodbye to their parents and pretty much enter adulthood. So that's my favorite tradition here at Claflin.
Hiya, here at Oxford Brookes, I would say one of the great fun things that we can do, it's called May Day, and it actually happens all across the UK, but the way it's celebrated in Oxford is really interesting. So essentially the whole town actually gathers sort of city center at the break of dawn, and a choir will actually climb up to one of the top of the towers and they'll sing and they'll ring in spring. So you'll see a lot of students who end up staying kind of out all night and then joining us in the morning. And then there's lots of things that are going on sort of in the morning, but a very lively city in the AM.
So here at Wiregrass, one of my absolute favorite things that we do is our career days. They have different themes. So we have STEM and M for STEM and medical, STEM and manufacturing, and Geek Fest for our business and computer programs. But we bring thousands of middle school and high school students on campus for a in the day event where they get to do hands-on activities in all of our different programs, and they love it. It's awesome.
My favorite tradition at the University of Iowa is a newer tradition that started in 2007, and it's called the Iowa Wave. And so our Steed Family Children's Hospital is built right next to Kinnick Stadium. And after the first quarter of every football game, all of the fans, players, officials turn to the hospital and wave to our children and families that are in the hospital. Our top floor is dedicated as a press box per se, where students can go and watch the games, and it's extremely heartwarming. It makes me tear up. I can't help it, but it's absolutely amazing. And if you have time, look it up. It's on Sports Illustrated or ESPN, or if you just Google the Iowa Wave, you'll get to see an example yourself.
Oh, I love all these answers. I always want to go and Google them myself and see what it looks like on each campus. And I hope that our attendees and anyone watching this later might do the same. It's a great way to look around and think, oh, could I see myself on that campus? Even from home right now, as you are all going through this process. Well, we have reached the end of our time together tonight. First of all, I want to thank each of our presenters. You have shared not just the facts and figures about each of your campuses and the logistics for admissions, but really shown the passion for your students' experience in and out of the classroom. Thank you to everyone who spent time today watching with us. I hope that this is inspiring you to contact these amazing representatives. They are here as your admission counselors to answer questions, to help guide you and your family through that college search and decision journey. And they're your #1 resource. We hope that this is inspiring you to really become even more curious about each of these 6 great schools. When you all close your window tonight, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, just again, this is one of many sessions that are being hosted as part of the Georgia Pro event. So we hope that you'll sign up and join us for more sessions. In about a week's time, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all session recordings at the same website where you registered, strivescan.com/pro. Thanks again, everyone, and best wishes in your college search journey. Good night.